Everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today is April 29th, 2024, and I just ran a 5K at an extremely slow pace, just under an hour, and I did it 3 times last week in under 45 minutes, but I wanted to consider maybe running at least 3 miles a day every day for every week from now on. Because I've been having trouble breaking even. And by that, what I've got to say is there are certain things that have been happening that are quite unusual, but they happen to me frequently. Just as an example, I was requested some import fees. Someone requested, a shipping company requested import fees of me, and the fees to deliver the item that I should already have received were over $900, which I paid, but the value that they were charging me seemed a little bit extreme. And so I called the shipper, and the shipper confirmed that the item was somehow declared in their system improperly, and the shipping fees or the customs fees should have been about $170, which is a lot more in alignment with what I thought it would be based on prior orders of similar instruments. So with all of that in mind, the whole point is that today I've spent over 2 hours on hold in the morning just to follow up with what's been told to me, which is that what was charged to me was wrong, but I needed to get in touch with the department that handles refunds in order to get that refund. Imagine your favorite looped customer service hold music for 20 minutes, and then for an hour and 20 minutes. And then imagine that you stayed on the phone for over 2 hours and 10 minutes, hoping for your missing $700. Well, after 2 hours, I noticed that the time wasn't, moving any slower, and I had things to do. So I disconnected the call and took on my run. Right towards the end of the run, I had that almost if you've been listening to this channel a while, it was a situation where my heart rate suddenly faltered. Like a tachycardia, some kind of an arrhythmia. I hate to try and self-diagnose and claim that I know what's going on, but I could feel what was going on. And what was going on is an anomaly that sometimes happens, not just in the case of being dehydrated, but also oftentimes in the case of being extremely stressed out. And so I was towards the hour duration of my run. I wasn't really stressed out. I was actually feeling quite confident, thinking, I can do this 5 days a week. And then suddenly that happened, where once again, it felt like I might not have even been around to recognize whether or not a refund on a duty fee mattered to me one way or the other. The item that I'm receiving is coming from Israel, and it's an instrument, and it's a beautiful guitar. And it's something that I technically shouldn't have spent the money on, because the money I spent is a credit-based amount. So I'm putting this money into a deferment in terms of even knowing how I'm going to pay for it. But I did so because, just like the instrument that I used recently to present a story about the dilemma that I'm having when it comes to justifying going to see the fireflies at the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. You'll hear me tell a story, and that guitar is an instrument of presentation. So the whole thing that I'm telling you is just how my day is going and how I almost didn't make it through the day, possibly because there might be some big obstacles for me to overcome to succeed at anything, and I'm really trying. So for those who recognize that I'm definitely struggling through these instances, and who are helping to support one another with words of encouragement, thank you so much. I hope that I'm doing the same thing for you. Until next time, peace, love, and all that old school stuff.